Итак, привет, ребята, это Агрессивный Подкаст, это второй выпуск. Сегодня мы решили начать по-русски. Мы просто поражены этой реакцией, потрясающим фидбэком, который мы от вас получили. Спасибо вам большое, ребята. Меня зовут Леон Гонсалес.
Nicholas Alexander Nugent.
Он почти знает русский, он знает алфавит. You know the Russian alphabet, right?
Not in order, but I can pronounce it. So I know, like, Da is a little guy, and the B is a V. Your P is an R.
P is an R.
The little guy that looks like this. Oh no, this.
Yes.
This is like J.
It's letter J.
It's it guys to be your favorite, the little Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's there. It's
Da.
There.
There.
This letter reminds me of the house because it looks like it.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
He looks like a video game character to me.
The letter, like a monster. Like in Pac-Man.
Kind of.
So, сегодня мы приготовили какую-то русскую кухню для вас, ребята, вернее для нас. Николай, may I call you Николай? So, Николай will try real Russian food that I tried in a Russian monastery. Я пробовал эту еду в русском православном монастыре. Вот это вот, конкретно. Я вам название не скажу, даже не пытайтесь меня ничего спрашивать, потому что я в еде не разбираюсь. Ну ладно, что ж, главное это забыли.
Unfortunately, I do not understand the spoken language much at all, beyond the body language. Stroll.
So you know about our Prince Vladimir who baptized our people, Russian people?
Yes.
Say about that.
Yeah, so it's very famous. It's an adage, right? The as you see, the Prince Vladimir was he of Moscow or was he of Novgorod?
There was no Moscow at that time.
No?
Yeah, he was a Kiev's prince. So
He was Kiev's prince. Huh?
And I think he had some stuff in Nizhny Novgorod, another city, or I don't know. But Moscow haven't existed at that time.
Mm-hmm, yeah, they built Moscow after.
Yeah.
But it's very famous. It's choosing between Islam and Christianity.
And not only that.
And Judaism as well.
Right.
Between the three religions, he chose Christianity because the drink is the joy of the Russian.
На Руси не пити, веселью, не быти. Вы знаете, далеко не каждый русский знает этот исторический факт. Не факт, ну хорошо, апокриф, ладно? Вот, но вот этот вот человек блестящий.
You say it's apocryphal? You say
Apocryphal? Yeah, I think it's kind of apocryphal. But it was in.
I hope not.
It was in a летопись. Летопись. I don't know how it's going on. So it is ancient literature, like of the priests that used to live in monasteries and that used to like record the stories as a historian, but not exactly the historian. So it's kind of interesting stuff. So your toast today, because first episode they liked it and they say that you're fucking awesome man, like, and this is true.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I found you, brother, and you're gonna make me rich and famous because this guy's gonna watch this channel because of you, because you have something that they're very interested in.
Well,
I'm sure about that, because you're a real American.
Well, to the health of all of my new Russian friends, God bless you.
It's okay.
Yeah, the other ball was better.
So, you know, Russians, instead of drink the liquid after vodka, they eat.
Eat a pickle.
Yeah, some cultures they drink, some cultures they eat. But I don't know, I'm not exactly Russian. I have some other blood.
We're to drink.
In my genes.
Have you had tequila with the salt on it? Yeah. The lime. Have you had the lime after?
Yeah.
Did you not like it?
I'm not a fan of tequila.
Tequila.
Where are you from, bro?
Kansas City, Missouri. So, Kansas City, the pride of it is barbecue, of course. And then the second most boulevards in the world to Paris. Paris is the only city with more boulevards, which is that strip of land down the middle.
Boulevard.
Boulevard. And then the second most fountains to Rome. Rome is the only nation with, the only city with more fountains than Kansas City, and we have more working fountains. And you have never heard of it.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is my pride, is that everyone, it is a very beautiful city. I love my city. But
after like vodka first and second one.
yeah, so he said that the first is not so far from the second. So we must drink a second.
Between the first and the second,
there's no difference.
No long distance.
There's no long distance. Pardon me.
Между первой и второй перерывчик небольшой.
To you and yours.
To you, brother.
Thank
God bless no. For my toast, and I drink for America.
God bless it.
God bless America.
Whew. I like to.
Yeah. This is the best liquid to drink after vodka, yeah.
Yeah. That's delicious.
So, bro, it's time for you to try this. Это, значит, это не мимоза, потому что мимоза она с рыбой, но это сыр, яйцо, чеснок.
Sear is bread, right?
Сыр is cheese.
Sear is cheese. What is?
Bread, хлеб. Хлеб.
Sear is cheese.
Сыр,
Sear
yeah,
is cheese.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this, it contains, like, it includes cheese, eggs, a bit of carrot and garlic, and a bit of mayo, and this is brilliant. This is the best food on earth. And I used to live in a monastery, Брянский монастырь, in a Russian Orthodox monastery for a whole summer. Привет, отец Леонид. So I tried it first time in this monastery, and
Ooh. It's different.
you should eat it all.
What else is in it? It's not just cheese, is it?
Mama.
That's not just cheese, though, is it?
I mean, what else?
It's very good.
What else do we need?
A little garlic salt on it would be good too.
Really?
You think? No? You do not wish? It's very good.
I should have put more on each. But
It's very good.
it's better, huh?
Yeah, really good.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna probably eat all this.
alright.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
So, I work at like an insurance company where I cold call people all day, which is I get on the telephone, ring, ring, ring. Hi, this is Nick at Equitable Advisors, the private client group. I was just reaching out in order to talk to you because we've been working with other people at IBM on the private client side for over a decade now, and we just wanted to introduce ourselves to you as well. So it's booking meetings to talk to rich people to help them to buy insurance, and we make them money. So I am not so guilty.
So you do a good job for yourself and for the people. So
It is at least neutral. I think I am helping people. So helping rich people.
You
Sure.
You say me that, are you a broker? Is it called the broker profession?
So
or is it something different?
I'm not a licensed broker. You have to go through a licensing, which involves tests and studying for those tests. I'm the position below that where I'm learning how to become a broker, if I so wish. But I can make money just by getting my boss money right now, which is not where I want to live my entire life, but I don't know if I will go into finance, because finance is there's a superficiality to it that is shallow. It is shallow. It is without great emotional merit. I would rather be a writer of some sort. And I write.
I mean, obviously, because you're not a Jew, right?
It's not even about being Jew or not Jew. As much as the Jew is, so is the American Protestant. The white Protestant is the same as the Jew in very many regards.
Of course.
Very many.
Yeah. I mean, you're not the Jew, you're not the Jew, you're not the left liberal, not the not the feminist.
And so I would like to actually talk about some of these things. I was thinking about my views of Putin today, because I would, to me, when I'm friends with you, it is a sadness that the position of our countries is so against each other, because it is not natural that it should be so.
But at the same time, it's pretty natural knowing how this, on which on which base this country was built on, like
no, against the Soviets, this makes sense.
I mean, British. It's all about Britishes that in alliance with the Jewish people, Jews, and that holds this country. And this country was built not only by the great forefathers, but also by the Masons, right? As you said,
the Masons, who are anti-God and who have decided to separate man from. There's great beauty that has come out of the American governmental system, but it is all based on this satanic power, and I do not know how to reconcile the two. I do not, because... And
that's why America is thriving, because as in the Bible states very directly that if you're chilling in this life, it's not good. It means that something wrong.
You have to, in America, create an artificial for yourself will to force, because your natural needs are met.
Of course, because you're born in a comfort, you live in a comfort. You're drawing in a comfort.
Yes.
And it's unbelievable for me how you guys
can complain about such a state. Indeed.
How you guys hold yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Like how you find motivation, because you're not vain, right? You say it, I mean, you are not a vain person.
I don't think so.
So I'm very vain.
I am in some ways. Sometimes I am, but only I am more vain with lovers than I am with men.
So I am vain. I mean, I want to be world famous. You don't want to be world famous. You're not.
I have met very many rich people in the United States who have lived very miserable lives.
For example.
Yeah. So my friend Daniel, who is he joined the Israeli Defense Force.
But is he famous?
He is no, but he's a legend to me. Okay. My friend Daniel was dating this girl, and her father was very wealthy, and in fact adopted my friend Mason and bought him a brand new car. Whoa. And took care of him and all of these other things.
Why?
Because Mason's family has been unjust to him, and the Madison Deppie's boyfriend. It is the reason he has done this is really because his family, the wealth has isolated them from one another. They don't hold each other as tight as they used to. And same with the reason for his work. What is it to have another $150 million when you have 330? What does it matter anymore? And so I do not see the love of God or of life in him, though he is very wealthy. And so I don't chase these things. Maybe he's not famous, yes, but
he is wealthy.
I have not met many famous people outside of American politics. I've met many famous people in American politics, but only as a youth, only as a very young child, and so they were unpresuming towards me. So, if you ever look up Donald Rumsfeld, if you know who Donald Rumsfeld is, Karl Rove. If you look up who Karl Rove is, one time when I was a child, I had a debate with him over the dunkability of Oreo cookies versus Chips Ahoy cookies.
Dunkability? What's mean dunkability?
Great question. When you take the Oreo in the milk. Yeah. How long do you leave it for? And you take out on a spoon, or do you only do half and then?
Yeah.
Or Chips Ahoy cookie, but the joke of this is, I was a young boy, 8 years old maybe, and the people behind me had paid $150,000 to talk to this man. They were all waiting on me.
Why? How you got to him was so fast?
My mother works in American politics and is
there is something that we could not reveal, like expose.
Of course. And I've tried to hide, except for the names of my friends, and pardon me for that, my friends.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yes. No, I have also said many times, and I will say it again, that I will hope to appeal to my fellow American for the sake of the Russian people and our own prosperity, that we will honor the legacy of Gorbachev. Because if I were a Russian patriot, I would look at what has happened from Gorbachev's actions and be very saddened. But understand that there are people...
You know, he died last year.
Of course I know he died last year, but understand that to me, as an American, the dissolution of the Soviet Union through peace, the fact that we did not fight each other, is one of the greatest actions of American history, of world history.
Yeah.
It's
a miracle.
It is truly a miracle of God.
Yeah.
Indeed. But so because that has happened, we must in some way be responsible to help our friends to be able to exercise their strength without being domineering, without having to resort to these things. We have created the conditions where only through force can Russia be able to assert what is rightfully theirs.
Right.
And I wish this to dissolve because, and this is what I say when I say that America does not have natural opposition to Russia, because how far away is Russia? What borders do we question with one another?
Now I understand.
We have bought Alaska.
Yeah.
Unless you want Alaska,
and
this is the farthest.
We sell Alaska for pennies.
It was called Seward's Folly. Have you ever heard of Seward? He was the man who bought Alaska from the Russians. So Seward's Folly, the senator named Seward, it was considered a great joke and foolish action to have bought Alaska at the time. And everyone mocked him for it. They said, you have wasted our money for what? For nothing in land? And then we find gold, then we find oil.
And then you send the satellites and you see that it occupies fucking third of your fucking country.
Imagine if Russia had held on, the Russian Empire had held on to Alaska.
Yeah.
You would not need Cuba.
And bro, as they mocked your senator, I think in Russia they approach to this the same way.
Yes. But Seward was right, and thank God for the 50th state of Alaska, the last state to have joined.
Okay, but we need to drink for Gorbachev. Mikhail Sergeyevich.
May we extend your legacy in order to put goodwill and faith towards men, because we have dishonored you by our actions after the end and dissolution of the Soviet Union, which is a great concession that America should respect. And this is my opinion on the matter. Putin says it is the greatest tragedy of the 20th century. Geopolitical disaster of the 20th century in which the world war happened.
Yeah, and also Russians hate Gorbachev, and he.
Of course they hate Gorbachev. If I was Russian patriot, I would hate Gorbachev too. But God willing, you will appeal to the American people through the legacy of Gorbachev and give a new life where we may be at peace. Because the Europeans, they have turned against us, and the Europeans, they drag us into their silly conflicts. Why, as an American, do I have any concern about Austria, about Hungary, about the Donbass? It's so far away.
Wait.
It is no concern to me.
Right.
Truly.
Yeah.
And so...
Donbass, I mean, there's the Russian people who suffer because of Ukraine.
No, I don't care. I am an American. I am sorry, my friends. It is so far away from me. And so what is more relevant to me? Do you know anything of Guadalajara? Do you know anything of Mexico? It is much closer to my blood and my reality than the Donbass.
Let's drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. For Gorbachev.
For Gorbachev. Thank you, God. Pizza Hut forever.